Hello, lovelies. Today is the start of Blue Eagle Wavespell. It's the last blue 13-day process in the 260 spin for Virgo, and it's time to transform. Today is Saturday, 23rd of April 2022. This cycle began on 1st of September 2021. And over this time period now, you will have seen your bigger picture as a planetary server in terms of your own personal story. And this is the key to understanding, to set you free from the old narrative in order to connect to the new dream that we're here to birth as conscious dreamers. Zolkin is an amazing tool to help you focus each day on your pattern, on your code, and also on what's beaming in from the galactic sun. So using a different language, we're here on a soul journey, and we're here to learn how to be a conscious human being. When we come in to our incarnation that I believe we have chosen before life, we come to transform the wounding pattern at this time. We come in and we embody all of our ancestral genealogy in our biology. We come in with our past life information. We come in with a soul mission. And primarily that soul mission is focusing on understanding all of these patterns and codes, understanding, living every day experientially, living that picture to become an expert on it and what it means to be a human being at this time, what it means to be living in ways that our ancestors have repeated over millennia now. There was a time when human beings had a very different awareness. And again, looking at different myth stories, depends what your perspective is around how that story changed. And on another level, I believe that this is all part of our evolution, even though these lessons have been terrible to experience for human beings. It's really core, essential learning now to understand why this happens and how this happens in the human being themselves, in ourself. Understanding on a very deep experiential level, going beyond the intellectual. And once the individual understands the different processes, so the psychology, how our body takes on memory and ancient frameworks of healing to allow us to really focus on that, how we've coded things in, how we're coding things in every day, we're anchoring things, we're embedding things, and that there are people who have this knowledge. So again, just to put a label on NLP, for example, people using very powerful techniques to influence people's behaviour and get them to behave in a way that they want them to behave. And often this is very unconscious for the majority of people. And we're seeing this happen in a huge scale now on the planet. So seeing that bigger picture and then bringing that back to ourselves, because we are the only thing that we can change. And in terms of this 260-day coding that we're coming to the end of, so we've got another 26 days to go before we begin the next cycle. We start all over again in one way. We're going to revisit in Taurus. In the third decan of Taurus, it's going to be about the Pleiades as well, which is coming in on the 1st of May. and the Seven Sisters. So if you haven't checked that story out yet, check it out and see what you make of it. All of these myths are a process that we're going through. Trust yourself on your journey. Often it is like a salmon swimming upstream, going back to our birthing ground, but the birthing ground is an energetic one, it's an emotional one. We're going in an opposite direction to the majority of human beings on the planet. And we're here to seed new beginnings. But first of all, the focus has to be on ourselves and doing the work ourselves at this time. So today, set an intention to see your bigger picture. The bigger picture of the Tzolk'in beginning on the 19th of May. In the first 13 days, you will experience an induction again into where you actually are, not where you think you are, but your holograph, which is the card for today, will show you on the outside what your beliefs are on the inside. So over the past 10 years, I'm in my 11th year now of working with the Tzolk'in in this way. I'm in my 14th year, I think it is, of working with EFT and NLP to help me understand myself, make a manual for myself, my patterns, my codes, and also to work with other people. And here's a card for today, amongst other cards. I drew quite a few cards today. I'm not going to go through them all. They're all minor arcana. And I'll show you the spread that I got. I'm not going to list all of these. If you want to check these out for yourself, please do, or do your own cards. For me, this is about, as you can see, initiating these codes in myself. And in order to do that, this is about looking at what is triggering me. That's the easiest way to do it. Although all of this is very complex, there is an easy way. And the easy way is, what is triggering me? What's in my holograph that I don't like? That is a constant repeating wounding story for me. And again, all of this stuff isn't a quick fix. It takes time, it takes persistence, it takes going around the circle time and time again so that we refine. In terms of the planetary codes, on the 26th of July every year, we begin the Mayan New Year, and we have planetary codes, a planetary tribe. So if you're one of these, this is key for you. Okay, so we've got Red Moon, which was from 2006 till 2018. So think back to what you were doing then. What were you awakening to? Red Moon shows us number 9 sign, that we can go to the next level if we're willing to be authentic with ourselves and look at ourselves. So in terms of the shadow of Red Moon, and it just is what it is, we all project our human being story. And the way that I work, the framework that I use, is to see that we're all a projector. So we're projecting this energy, this holograph out from our heart, also our third eye. And this is so that we can engage in the mystery school. And it's also so important to understand that people have their own trajectory in this lifetime. And if they're on a different trajectory to us, there's nothing that we can do about that. So to let go of trying to fix it for other people, letting go of trying to rescue them over and over again. This is a common pitfall for people in the healing modality world, especially women. Women historically have been conditioned to become the caretakers and caregivers in society. And now, because we're moving away from codependency and the age of Pisces, we're moving into the age of Aquarius. We're learning how to take care of ourselves and become balanced within the masculine and feminine, which in itself requires lots of skills. Primarily, again, healing the conditioning, the wounding story, the out of balance story, the power trip, which is very important and will continue whilst the North Node is in Taurus. So the North Node went in this year, and so we've got approximately just over a year to go on this energy, and it's really highlighting at the moment. There is huge energy here, huge potential doorways to open, to let go of this out of balance power struggle. And we need skills to do this. So once we begin the journey of healing and removing the old storyline, which is embedded in our amygdala, and using EFT, I can help you to learn this and to release these old movies, literally using the movie technique, and also to learn new skills, new behaviors. Now, sometimes people call this self-sabotage, and it's recognizing that your holograph has huge parameters to work with, limitless, I would say, in many ways, and learning how to release the past, create new behaviors, understand cultural conditioning, and understand how it works in our psychology is very important too. So understand how I am wired in a certain way, and then how to reverse engineer that. And I promise you that this is totally possible. Again, it's not a quick fix, it does take time. But once you learn these skills and these tools on how to heal, you can change your day-to-day experience, and it's very powerful. So today, set that intention and look to what's happened since the 1st of September. What is seeking transformation for you? What are you seeing on the outside that you learned in your childhood, that you learned in your genealogy, in your cultural conditioning, in your personal paradigm? I have new moon circles for women, and the next one's coming up on the 30th of April, so please do get in touch if you want to join. It's on Zoom, so you can come and take part wherever you wish. If you can't take part live, it's recorded. And you can send in things for us to work on in the circle. It's about transformation, so it's about working with our belief system to transform it and heal it and get new insights. And working in a circle with other women who have very similar patterns, because that's how it works magnetically. We attract in our patterns. Often we see things, often things are revealed by our sisters that we haven't yet recognized for ourselves. So it's very, very powerful. And it works as a circle of support in a very healthy way, in a very proactive way as well, to release codependency. EFT is so key to that because there is no dependency on the therapist. People are learning how to do this for themselves and work for themselves every day on releasing and healing. If you want to take part in the next 261st initiation, which is the first 52 days, so important in terms of understanding what we're working with for this whole cycle, then please get in touch with me as soon as you can, because I will need to do code for you. You can book a clarity call with me so we can identify the key areas of your life that are coming up around the old story that you want to change, and then we can get a plan together so you've got very much a practical plan, which is what Taurus is all about, to work powerfully, consciously, with focused awareness at this time. At this time, it's fundamentally important to really be getting a plan for yourself now, at the time of the new moon in Taurus, because it will be manifesting in Scorpio Sun in October. And again, with these cycles, it's important to understand that there will be big things happening at that time, because it's always a powerful gateway. So there's a link underneath for you to get in touch with me for a consultation. It's free. It's a clarity call. We're going to identify the areas that you want to work with. And the New Moon Circle, again, it's free for you to come and join. If you wish to have your own personal codes done for the new moon with more focused awareness, then there's a charge for that, which is £33. So again, please give me time to do that code for you before the 30th, because it is in depth. So lots of love for you and your bigger picture. Jupiter is a planet to focus on. Knowing where Jupiter is in your chart is very key information. Again, this is what you're here to master in this lifetime. And Jupiter energy is so powerful right now around the soul journey, the soul path. Everything's aligned in the starry skies to help us expand, transform, and birth a new earth. Lots of love.